there YouTube, I'm Brenda Petrella, and today we are going to go on a woozle. So how does one woozle? What I do is I just grab my Vermont Gazetteer, I pick a spot in the map, and I just go to it. And that's what I do. So what do you say? Should we pack up and go? This is the basic kit that I like to bring along on my woozles. So I've got my filter set in case I want to do any water or long exposure photography, a remote shutter release, extra batteries, hand warmers because it's winterish in Vermont right now, lens wipes, my camera of course, which is a Nikon D810. I like to bring along the Tamron 24-70 lens because I find that to be a very versatile lens. Extra SD cards, of course. I also bring the Nikon 70-300 lens, which is just a very simple telephoto lens, and then I throw in a 1.4x teleconverter just in case I do need to get a little bit of extra reach. And then I also have a tripod tool, a microfiber cloth, a lens cloth, and a little carry bag that I throw all that stuff in, and of course a little rocket blower just in case there's some dust. I can't decide. Alright folks, I think I finally made up my mind. We are going to head to Groton. There's a state park there, it's beautiful, there are a couple of hikes. My hope is to find a lookout that will look to the east to the White Mountains. You can see we're sort of right here on the border between Vermont and New Hampshire, and so I'm hoping that some of the mountains here, if I hike up to the top, I'll be able to look east and see some of the White Mountains there. Alright, we are finally on the trail. I think it's about a half-a-mile hike. This half-mile hike is about good for my pace at the moment. Admittedly, I'm pretty out of shape, coming out of a desk job, so to speak. As some of you may know, I've just had a somewhat recent change in career. I resigned from my job about a year ago and took some time off to figure out what it was I really wanted to do with the rest of my life. There were a number of reasons why I resigned, but one of them was that I just wasn't spending enough time outside. You know, I believe strongly that reconnecting with nature is just part of the core of who we are. At least it's a part of the core of who I am. And I wasn't honoring that working 80 hours a week. I wanted to change that, and I've always wanted to do photography. Part of why I'm making these videos is because I want to share with you what I've learned. Some of it might be really simple to some of you, but hopefully there'll be some good tips and tricks that I've learned along the way that will be helpful to you, and you can kind of learn with me as we go. One thing about hiking in the east is that you have to hike on trails. There's trail corridors and trail easements of thousands and thousands of miles of trails that allow us to come out and enjoy state parks and national wildlife refuges and even town trails. We're just so lucky to have access to these trails, and I guess this is my plug for trail organizations that go out and build and maintain these trails so that we can come out and enjoy nature. So support your local trails organization. Well, we're almost here. You can see that there's some really cool light coming through the trees here. So I think I know the answer. We're going to be facing west, not east. That way, I was really hoping to get a glimpse of the White Mountains. I don't know what we'll see, but I'm pretty excited. Little post holing. Now I kind of wish I had brought my snowshoes. I think we're getting to the top here. Oh yeah. I think this is going to be totally worth it. Woo! Yeah. Check it out. Ooh, wow, yeah, this is gorgeous. And super windless. Whoa. Yeah. I was a little afraid that was going to happen. That's sheer ice. Alright, we'll be careful. already tried walking out here, and it's just sheer ice under the snow, and I slipped down that way, and so I'm just hand holding the shots and trying not to slide off the edge of the mountain here. And I'm shooting into this gorgeous light with the snow that's sort of clouding up off of the trees. It's creating some nice layering effects with the mountains. So I found another little entrance over to the view, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get down the corner here and get safely down the ice with not going over. Wish me luck. Yeah, it's still pretty slippery down there. I don't have the right gear. I mean, I have my micro spikes, which are great in most conditions, but for some reason this ice is not working so well with the micro spikes. And you know, I don't need to fall off a cliff today, being that I'm up here solo. So I think we'll keep going. That wraps up our Woozle for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me on the next Woozle. Till then, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please drop them below. I read all of them. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to chat about photography or Vermont or anything else. And be sure to follow me over on Instagram. I have most of my Vermont photography there. Thanks a lot, guys.